Welcome back to the channel. The United Sim Football Association is here once again. I know you've been waiting on the professional side of things here, and I'm glad to get it back going for you. We got ourselves a good one. Starting out on this one is going to be Oklahoma City and Charlotte taking up for the first game of the day. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like I always say, do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our homies. Like I always say, Hollywood Sports Universe on the ones and twos. In regards to the Discord side, we also have World Simulation League, our Basketball Simulation League, and we have Goals, Great One Hockey Sim League doing their thing on the ice. They're playing hockey, so make sure you show some love to them. Head to the description down below. I say it every video, I'm going to change it eventually down there. Just been very, very busy in regards to that uploading and figuring out what to do on that, so we're working on getting that all taken care of for you. But outside of that, we got the games cooking for you like always. I do have a little bit of bad news on this one. I do have some work to do right now, but I do not want to delay the games any further than they already have. But still got to get the rest of the CSFA going for you, along with the what's where I'm looking for. Yeah, CSFA got to catch up this league as well, the USFA, so we can get back on the regular schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and get these games rolling for you. I won't be doing the commentary on them, but I know we do have a lot of things to talk about in regards to what's been happening in the league so far. But until then, we'll go ahead and get you all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and set these two teams up, get them all ready to go for you in just a little bit. Been a pleasure, been putting these games out for you. Everything's been working smooth up to this point. Let me go ahead and check into the expert picks. Actually, no, I take that back. Let me fix the setup really fast. I don't know why it's 5 minutes here. That's supposed to be 15. And why is this here? I do not know. It's going to be All-Star and it's going to be Rookie here. Everything's all good to go. And then we are in Charlotte, so obviously we're going to be in Carolina. It's going to be rain day. Let's make it rain day, and let's make it light one. Sure, why not? And let me go ahead and go to expert picks. Let me show you what we're working with before I get back to work on my side. Looks like OKC is the favorites here. Charlotte has a 10% disadvantage in regards to having the split. Like if it was even, it'll be 50%, but it's 40% leaning towards Charlotte, 60 leaning towards OKC. But only one way to figure out how this one's going to come up. I'm still going to lean towards Charlotte in this one because they're our user team, like always. But we're going to go ahead and play this game here. I'm going to let the game run. Once again, thanks for stopping by, and let's get to the gameplay. I'll see you in the next one, or if I get back in, I'll hop back onto the commentary. So,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this matchup.
Thank you for cutting me off. But yeah, let's get to the gameplay. I'll talk to you soon.
Here at the Access Sports Network, my name is Dave Stevens, alongside analyst Mike Steele.
Thanks, Dave. It's raining cats and dogs down there today, which reminds me, last Thanksgiving, your dog Romero took one of my shoes and buried it in the backyard. You told me you'd buy me another pair, but I'm still waiting. As for the players out there, they'll need to make sure they've got both shoes on and laced up tight.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head with that, Mike. Let's see how things develop today. The home team brings a blitz. Number 4 on the play action. That will bring up second down. Second play of the drive. Number 5 on the carry. Third down. Tight end right for the away team. Quarterback to pass. He rifles one. Out past the first down marker. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs.
Receiver gets up with the big first down motion. Pretty sure the defense have seen enough of that already.
The handoff is taken by number 5. That will bring up second down. Second down. Handing it off to number 22, third down. A crucial third down for the offense. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down up near the 42-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down.
The coach showed some wisdom and football knowledge on that call. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another day.
The kick is caught at the 12-yard line. Muscles a pass past the first down.
We see the ref checking the ball after that. Officially, he's looking at air pressure, but personally, I think he's looking for burn marks.
Handing it off to number 24. That gets us to second down. The home team comes out in a 4-receiver set. Henry on the run. He steps back to pass. He sets up and throws along the sideline.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
Morrison punts it away. The return man takes the kick. Number 4 drops back. He can't make the catch. The away team comes out with a single back. He drops back to pass. He muscles one up the middle. Incomplete pass. One back in the backfield for the away team. The quarterback drops back. Pass complete to number 12. That'll bring up fourth down.
The defense executed perfectly on that play. Covered the top to take away the first down pass and force the short throw. Now they're in a fourth down situation. Hike.
The punt's away. Number 38 takes the punt. Setting up shop from the 29. Dropping back. Grabbed out of the air.
That's a pro-level pass. If you can make that pass, you can be a pro. Simple as that.
He rifles one out past the first down marker. Tackle made by number 21. That will bring up first down. First and 10. Number 1 steps back into the pocket. Pulled in by number 80. And that's enough for a first down. Let's see what they do on first down. He throws one to the middle of the field. That gets us to second down. He makes the pitch. The runner shakes off the tackle. And that's enough for a first down. The quarterback steps back into the pocket. It's caught by number 24. That will bring up second down. Second down for the home team.
Hike.
The away team sends and it's caught for a touchdown.
Great execution by several key players to get that touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point. Morrison kicks it up. It's good. The home team with the first score of the game. 7-0.
The away team gives up the first touchdown of the game, but will get a chance to even things up on this next drive.
The kick is off. Number 17 catches the kickoff. The runner shakes off the tackle.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Number 4 steps back into the pocket. That gets us to second down. The home team brings a blitz. The receiver can't bring it in. The quarterback dropping back. Number 12 makes a nice catch. Fourth down.
That play there is one of the ones that makes the haters in the stands say, okay, maybe I couldn't make that throw. Hike.
The punt's away. Taken at the 24.
This drive represents a great opportunity to send the defense reeling. Another score to extend their lead would give them the ability to exercise a lot of control in terms of play calling.
He steps back to pass. He tosses one. It's caught by number 48. First down.
Huge play here, Dave. Nearly broke it wide open. They've got the makings of a fantastic drive here.
That signals the end of the first quarter. The home team with the edge so far, 7-0. He drops back to pass. Incomplete.
Catching some of these passes is hard enough. When it's raining outside, it's no wonder we're seeing drops like that today.
He drops back to pass. Screen pass near the middle of the field. He can't bring it in. Third down. The away team sends men on the blitz. That'll bring up fourth down. Morrison punts it away. And the punt sails out of bounds around the 7.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Drops back into the pocket. He makes the throw to the sideline. Tight end on the right side. Third down. Breaking free. That'll bring up fourth down.
A conservative run call on 3rd and long. You don't want to unnecessarily take any risks there and end up in a situation that's difficult to recover from.
The The punt's away. Taken at the 41.
If the offense can get another score on this drive here, it will really put the pressure on.
The home team begins the drive from the 45. The quarterback back to pass. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Number 1 steps back into the pocket. The pass is caught by number 80. That brings up third down. Third down. He drops back. Rockets one. It's caught by number 3. First down. Three wide receivers for the home team. Handing it off. 20. That will bring up second down. Second and long. The quarterback dropping back. He drops the ball. The runner breaks free. That gets us to third down. Number 1 steps back into the pocket. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. The home team is set to kick this one away. Morrison punts it away. And the punt sails into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
The away team has a great opportunity to get back out in front of this ball game on this drive.
Sends a pass way down the field to the sideline. Good enough for a first down.
You know, Dave, you can only go from first down to first down so many times before it turns into points on the board.
Pitching it off to number 5. The handoff is taken by number 5. Number 4 from the gun. Shaking off the tackler. Finally taken down. That will move the chains. Number 4 gives it away. Coming out in the gun. Pressure coming from the defense. He can't bring it in.
He had his hands on it, but it looks like the wet ball just slipped right through his fingers.
3 wide receivers for the away team. Number 4 dropping back. Number 12 makes a nice catch. The kicker kicks it up. It'll sail just inside the uprights. The away team closes the gap a bit. 7-3.
Those key plays we talked about played a large part in that drive. They keep closing the gap, Dave.
Number 40 kicks it away. Number 3 takes the kick. And he's brought down after a return of 20.
This drive coming up is a good chance for the offense to give themselves a bit of breathing room.
The quarterback steps back into the pocket, breaking away from the defense. That will move the chains.
When you can complete those types of throws for first downs, it forces the defense to move men out of the box, which opens up the run game.
He tosses it to number 24. The quarterback drops back, throws a fastball to the middle of the field. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
That's a well-run route and a precision pass for the first down.
Dropping back, throws out to the flat on the left side. That brings up second down.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy. Go!
That will move the chains.
That's a well-executed run to move the chains.
3 wide receivers for the home team. Number 1 steps back into the pocket, brought down by number 68. Coming out in the gun, the quarterback steps back into the pocket, puts his arm into this one, out past the first down marker, and they can't connect. Incomplete. He drops back to pass. Snagged out of the air by number 80. Good enough for a first down. There's a penalty marker on the field. The away team takes the penalty.
Sometimes the offense gets a little wrapped up with the man in front of them and they lose focus.
Drops back into the pocket. He rifles one to the right side. The home team takes a timeout here.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
He steps back to pass. The home team calls their second timeout. That brings up a crucial third down. Morrison makes the kick, and it barely squeezes in there. That's good from 27 yards out. The home team adds another score, 10-3.
So it's back to the defense, Dave. The offense has proven again it can put up points.
Number 17 catches the kickoff.
The away team has a great opportunity to get back out in front of this ball game on this drive.
The away team looking to get things going from the 15. Steps into the pocket. He muscles one. The receiver can't bring it in. That marks the end of the second quarter. The home team leading 10-3. The kick's away. Number 3 catches the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 17. Let's take it down to Emma Adams on the sidelines. Emma, what have you heard?
Thanks, Dave. I had a chance to discuss the first half with the coach for the home team. He said that both teams are executing fairly well today, and that if they're going to pull out for the win, then they'll have to play nearly perfect football in the second half. Back to you, Dave.
We appreciate the update, Emma. Second down. Number 1 dropping back, and it's picked off by the defense.
Defensive backs do a lot of their anticipation by reading the quarterback's eyes. We see a lot of interceptions when QBs get locked in on for a single receiver from the snap. It's a one-score game, Dave. You have to feel good about your chances here if you're the offense. Let's see how they execute.
Number 4 handing it off. That brings up second down. Handing it off to number 5. That brings up a crucial third down. Number 5 takes the carry. That brings up fourth down. The punt's away.
The home team has the chance to make this a two-score game with this possession.
The home team starts the drive from the 21-yard line. Quarterback to pass. He can't bring it in. Second down. The quarterback looking to pass, muscles a pass for just a few.
That's just beating the defense. They really can't even attack because they keep giving up yardage.
Throws the ball along the sideline. Four receivers for the home team. A penalty flag on the field. Grabbed out of the air by number 23. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. The home team will turn down the penalty. That'll be enough for the first down. 1st and 10. Uncorks this one. 2nd down. Third down. A crucial third down for the offense. The QB steps back into the pocket. 4th down.
It's important for quarterbacks to have a nice repertoire of passes. That was a great example of a bullet pass.
The kick is up. And he's good from 51 yards out. The home team extends their lead 13-3.
The away team would do well to really focus here. They need to execute a quick drive and score to get back into this game.
Fielded at the 4. Tackled after a return of 17.
The away team has dug themselves into quite a hole here. They've got a chance to regain some of that on this drive.
Drops back into the pocket. Play action pass. That will bring up 2nd down.
The defense is just looking around at each other. Nobody was willing to risk a finger to tip that pass, I suppose.
Tackled quickly. That brings up a crucial third down. Number 4 drops back, the quarterback on the play action. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
Play action pass. And it's off.
With drop passes like that, it's clear to see why teams like to run more in rainy conditions.
The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Looking to punch this one in on third down. The QB steps back into the pocket. Number 77 catches it. That brings up fourth down.
The deep pass just wasn't open on that play. Now, the D will have to go to work to get the ball back.
It's up, and he's good from 19 yards out. The away team eats away at the lead a bit. 13-6.
We got us a nail-biter of a game today, Dave. It's anyone's game now.
The kicker kicks this one away. The kick is caught at the 8-yard line. Tackled after a return of 19.
The home team comes into this drive with a one-possession lead. I'm looking for them to try and take a chunk of time off the clock and grab another score.
Zings one off to the right flat. Second down. He hands it off. Broken tackle. That'll be enough for the first down.
He continues to move the chains and keep this drive alive.
Second down. Dropping back, he throws one. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Coming out in the gun. Bullet pass, and it's off.
The pass was there, but it slid through the receiver's hand before he could tuck it away. The defense should be thanking the rain for that drop.
I guess we'll have to call that one a raindrop. You might be onto something there, Mike. Taken at the 14-yard line.
The away team has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
Dropping back, the away team with the play action.
Those D linemen are lobbying for holding, hoping the refs can stop the momentum this offense is building.
He drops back. He tosses one. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. Coming out in the gun. Dropping back. Throws it short to the sideline. Second down. Second down. Steps into the pocket. Play action fake. Throws a fastball across the first down line. brings us to the end of the third quarter. The home team leading 13-6. Fifth play of the drive for the away team. Second down. Second down. The quarterback on the play action. And he scores.
That's what makes this guy dangerous. He's just a playmaker. You can't coach that kind of speed or instinct.
The kick is made. And it's good. The kick's away. Number 3 takes the kickoff. Tackled after a return of 17. He drops back to pass. Rockets one. Number 15 makes the completion. That'll be enough for the first down. Tight end on the right side. Number 1 drops back. Johnson on the reception. That gets us to second down. Number 1 dropping back. He tosses one. The receiver makes the reception. First down.
The defense is just looking around at each other. Nobody was willing to risk a finger to tip that pass, I suppose.
Steps into the pocket. Zings one over to the left flat. Second down.
I think that's a clear case of blown coverage. He was wide open.
The away team sends men on the blitz. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete. Third down and short. Number 1 looking to pass. Snagged out of the air by number 80. Good enough for a first down. Pitching it off to number 24. Second down. He fumbles the ball. Missed tackle on the defense.
Rice got his hands in there and knocked it loose. The offense has a chance to pick up some free points here after that turnover.
Number 5 takes the ball. Second down. Number 4 under center. The QB hands it off. That brings up third down. Let's see what the call is on third down. Makes the handoff to number 5. Fourth down. The punt team makes its way up to the line. The punter punts it away. The return man catches the punt. Number 1 drops back. Fires one to the sideline. The ball falls to the ground. Incomplete. Dropping back. Throws a fastball. And he's tackled. Third down and short. Dropping back. Fires a rocket. The receiver can't bring it in. He punts it away. Number 4 catches the punt. Makes the return up to the 49-yard line. Let's see what they do on first down. Stopped before he could break loose. Second down. Second down. Coming with pressure. Incomplete pass.
The pass was there, but it slid through the receiver's hand before he could tuck it away. The defense should be thanking the rain for that drop.
I guess we'll have to call that one a raindrop. You might be onto something there, Mike. Number 4 hands it off. Fourth down.
The coach showed some wisdom and football knowledge on that call. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another day.
He punts it away. This drive will begin from the 24. Shaking off the tackler. That will bring up second down. The home team with 5 receivers. He fires a pass. The receiver can't bring it in. Let's see what the call is on third down. Pitching it off to number 24. That'll bring up fourth down.
That's a smart play call. You were in a bad position on third down. Take a few yards and live to fight another day.
He punts it away. Number 4 takes the kick, and he's brought down after a return of 13. First down. The running back takes the carry. Second down. The away team will fake the handoff and look to pass. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs.
Being able to convert first downs in the passing game makes your running game that much easier to execute.
First down. Number 4 dropping back, the away team with the play action. That'll give them a fresh set of downs. First and 10. The QB makes the toss. That will bring up second down. The QB lining up under center. The QB with the handoff. That brings up third down. The QB hands it off. That'll bring up fourth down. Number 40 makes the kick. It's good. They convert from 39 yards out. The away team moves into the driver's seat. 16, 13.
There's not much time left on the clock. The offense will have one good shot to retake the lead.
Number 3 catches the kickoff. Makes the return up to the 24.
It's a one-score game, Dave. You have to feel good about your chances here if you're the offense. Let's see how they execute.
Drops back into the pocket. Johnson with the catch.
When the pass has to get there in a hurry, the bullet is the QB's best weapon. Nice throw on the play.
Mike, you know what time it is. We're all anxious to hear who you've got as the stud of the game. Who is it?
Today, I'm picking number 4 for the away team. He could have easily came up short today, but he definitely lived up to the billing.